Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about something that so many people experience but rarely have the words to explain. It is called the silent treatment, and it is one of the most common tools narcissists use to control the people around them. If you have ever been in a relationship where someone suddenly goes cold and refuses to speak to you, this video is going to help you understand exactly what is happening. I want to walk you through why narcissists use silence as a weapon, how it affects you psychologically, and what you can do to protect yourself from it. This is not about labeling every person who goes quiet as a narcissist. This is about recognizing a very specific and manipulative pattern of behavior. Once you understand how this tactic works, it becomes much harder for it to control you. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about what the silent treatment actually is. It is not simply someone needing space or time to process their emotions. It is a deliberate withdrawal of communication used to punish, control, or manipulate another person. Narcissists use this because silence creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates anxiety. When someone suddenly stops responding to you, your brain immediately starts searching for answers. You start wondering what you did wrong, even when you did nothing wrong at all. This confusion is not accidental. It is the entire point of the silent treatment. The narcissist wants you focused on fixing the situation instead of questioning their behavior. Now let's talk about why narcissists rely on this tactic so heavily. The first reason is punishment. When you do something the narcissist does not like, even something small, they withhold affection and communication as a form of discipline. This teaches you, often without you realizing it, to avoid upsetting them at all costs. Over time, you start walking on eggshells just to prevent the silence from happening again. This is not a healthy relationship dynamic. It is a conditioning process designed to keep you compliant. The second reason narcissists use silence is control. Silence gives them power because it forces you into a reactive position. You become the one apologizing, the one explaining, the one trying to fix things, even when you have done nothing wrong. This shifts all of the emotional labor onto you while the narcissist remains distant and seemingly unaffected. It creates an imbalance where you are constantly working to earn their attention back. That imbalance is exactly what they want because it keeps you focused on them instead of on your own needs. The third reason is emotional avoidance. Many narcissists genuinely struggle with real emotional confrontation. Instead of having an honest conversation about a conflict, they shut down completely. This avoidance protects them from ever having to take accountability for their actions. It also prevents any real resolution from happening, which keeps the same patterns repeating over and over again. Now let's talk about how this actually affects you as the person on the receiving end. The silent treatment can create intense anxiety, self-doubt, and even a sense of desperation. You may find yourself constantly checking your phone, replaying conversations in your head, or trying to figure out what you could have done differently. This is a natural response to being deprived of communication from someone you care about. Humans are wired for connection, and when that connection is suddenly cut off, it creates real emotional distress. Over time, this pattern can seriously damage your self-esteem and your sense of security in a relationship. Many people who experience repeated silent treatment start to lose trust in their own perception of reality. They begin to believe that they are the problem, even when the behavior clearly lies with the other person. This is sometimes referred to as a form of gaslighting because it distorts your understanding of what is actually happening. The more the cycle repeats, the more normalized it becomes, and the harder it is to recognize as unhealthy. So what can you actually do if you find yourself experiencing this pattern? The first step is recognizing it for what it is. This is not normal conflict resolution, and it is not a sign that you did something unforgivable. It is a manipulation tactic, and naming it correctly takes away some of its power. The second step is refusing to chase the silence. I know this is difficult, especially when you care about the person, but constantly apologizing or seeking their approval only reinforces the pattern. Instead, try to remain calm and give the situation space without becoming desperate for resolution. This shows the narcissist that their silence does not control your emotional state the way it used to. The third step is setting clear boundaries around communication. Let the person know that silence is not an acceptable way to handle conflict in your relationship. If they are unwilling to communicate in a healthy way, that tells you something important about the relationship itself. It is also important to build support outside of this relationship. Talking to friends, family, or a therapist can help you maintain a clear perspective when you are caught in this cycle. Isolation often makes the silent treatment more effective, because you have no outside voice reminding you that this behavior is not okay. Staying connected to people who care about you helps protect your sense of reality and self-worth. Ultimately, healthy relationships are built on communication, not manipulation. As someone consistently uses silence to control you, that is a sign of deeper issues within the relationship that need to be addressed. You deserve to be with someone who talks through conflict with you, not someone who punishes you with distance. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward protecting your emotional well-being. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced the silent treatment and how you handled it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.